Okay, so let's talk about how to put your file from Illustrator into Adobe Animate. So make sure that you have your logo saved as an SVG. That's a scalable vector graphic, so that you can load it into Adobe Animate. So we are going to open Animate, and notice there's a lot of different tutorials if you go to the opening page that you can kind of learn a lot of cool things from. So make sure that you watch some of those if you're interested in how to animate characters and things like that. There's tons you can do in here, but I'm going to go to Create New. And then we're just going to do a standard size. And then over here, though, it's really important to choose the platform HTML5. The other one is kind of out of date, and it doesn't work well on tablets and cell phones, the action script. So we're just going to do HTML5 canvas. And you can leave the frame rate at 30 or 24, whatever is here standard. So I'm just on standard. You can leave the frame rate. You can always change that later. And then here you're going to create. And your whole platform should look something like this. And what we need to do is we need to place your file onto this page. So we are going to go up to File, down to Import. And this is called the stage. So we're going to import to the stage. And I'm going to grab my file. It looks like this. It has like an internet logo on it because it's an SVG file. And I'm going to open it. When you open it, it's important to choose this top option, import all paths into the same layer and frame, because you might have many, many paths. So I'm going to hit OK. And then once it's imported, you can see I can take and I can, on the arrow tool, move it onto the page. Control minus, Control plus works the same way. Control 0 brings it to the full screen. And then this button here actually is the transform button if you need to scale it. Just make sure, Control Z will work as well, that you hold Shift to scale it down so it doesn't get distorted. Okay, so once it's on our page, then you can see down here, here's our timeline where we're going to do our animating. But this is all on one layer. So if we wanted to animate this whole thing together, you could do that. But what we want to do is probably break apart this logo into different layers so you can move each part of the logo in different directions and do different effects on each part. So what I'm going to do is go up to Modify, go down to Timeline, and we're going to distribute to layers. So that will put each part of my logo onto a different layer. So I like to, I did label these layers in Illustrator, but that does not transfer over, which is kind of annoying. So if I click on each one, you can see it selects a different layer. So you can see what's on each layer. So I like to label these. And you can also click the little eye icon on and off to see, okay, what's on this layer. So this is, we can just double click on the name and call this small green. This one, oops, hit OK. It doesn't like special characters. This one here, I'm clicking the eye icon on and off. That is the blue. Whatever helps you to know which is which. That's large. Green. This guy is studio. And then this one, double. And then this one, whoops. It doesn't, I did something. It doesn't like special characters. Okay, and then circle. That will just help you as you're working. And then you can always move these things around too, drag layers around if you need to. Okay, so there you're pretty set up here. So once I have my page set up, I'm just going to go to File. Let's save as. We're just going to save it as an FLA. That's kind of your working document in Adobe Animate. And just call this your name dash logo dash animation. That's fine. And save it to whatever file you want to save it to. And then you're all set up here.